Today we're gonna conversate about how we plan to wrap up 2024 and move into 2025, possibly leaving some stress that we endured this year, depression if any. But it's not only about because it's a new year. It has to do with always striving for a better tomorrow. We should never let yesterday and today dictate our tomorrow, right? So with that being said, there's a lot of people out there battling. They have battles they're going through in life that other people don't see. So it's very important to be kind to everyone. And we hope that by us having these conversations like this can actually help people, that people can benefit off of it. Because a lot of times it's nice to hear from other people that are also going through things when we may feel that we're going through things alone, and how can we handle it. And a lot of times it's better to talk to strangers other than friends and family, because you don't face the risk of possibly having them go back and talk to your friends and family about your personal issues that you do not wish to disclose with them. And although we may be going into the new year with these same problems, we're just gonna take a different approach on them.
Like we all, me and you, we both go through our struggles, we both go through our ups and downs, but it just depends how we handle it. And like you were saying, we really doing it because we want to try to start off good for the new year for 2025. And we might have issues we was dealing with in 2024, but maybe it wasn't handled. Maybe we didn't tackle it how we wanted to, but we could go into the new year with that new mindset of like, yeah, I might have that problem still from last year, but I'm gonna take care of it this year and I'm gonna tackle it differently this year. That way, I won't repeat the cycle of what I did this year. You get me? Like, and I totally agree. Like, we all go through that. Like how you said, we trying to reach out to people that's going through the same situations we go through, but they don't have an outlet or they don't have people with voice to hear that we are all human. We all go through the same things.
Yeah, there's everyone is battling something, like I said. So it's never some we should never feel like why me or why, because it could be the person standing next to you that seems so happy, but they just know how to cover it up very well. Just know that everyone is going through something, which is not something that necessarily is good for you to feel better about you going through something, but some other times it can help, because it's like, you know what? They're battling something, and it gives you hope, because it's like if they can still smile while going through some things, then what, I can do the same also. So we go through this situation where that requires a lot of for us to be strong, to to give us strength later on, so we can handle situations better. Same way that we handle situations that need our patience. Like, listen, I know it's I've developed a lot of patience through these years, and it's because of going through situations that have required it, that I've learned, okay, I gotta be patient. If not, I'm only tormenting myself and making it harder on myself. So it's like we have the tools, but we have to also put them in place and utilize them. If not, it's not going to work. We know what we need to do. We know we need to be strong. We need to be patient, but it's not easy a lot of times, right? It's not easy for everyone to do so. But we're going through a certain situation, unfortunately, to make us strong, to make us patient. And after we get out of that situation, we're going to be stronger, wiser, more patient, and we can handle situations better. So situations that possibly put us in stress or depression before, now it won't do it anymore, because we're like, yo, we've been there before. We know it's gonna get better. And now we're in a position, just like right now, myself and Drew, where we can talk about it and possibly help other people go through theirs.
Yeah, like you say, I like to take note to that. Like we every day, like we get up, like that's a blessing. Every day we could breathe air, that's a blessing. Like my motivation is my family. You get me? Like my lady, my kids. And I feel if I'm not in a good position, I can't do what I gotta do for them. So that's always my mentor when I'm going through whatever little struggles I'm going through. Like, nah, I gotta get up, I gotta do what I gotta do. You know, it's nothing's gonna wait for you if you just, sitting down and not doing nothing with your time. Because that's one thing we don't get back is time. Like time is very precious. I feel a lot of people don't realize that, and we feel we got all the time in the world, and we don't. And then when it's too late, you look back and like, damn, like what I did with all the time that I could have been doing something productive for myself, for my family, for my friends, or just in just in general, you know, where you could look back and like, oh damn, I really did something like worth value.
Nah, you're right about that. Um, Time is also a very complex topic where we're gonna have definitely another episode and conversation on that. But you're definitely right about time. Like, listen, I've learned to value mine and be very selfish with my time now. Before I used to give it out generously. Now, now like the roles have switched. Like, I'd rather give money generously and not my time, because the money you can always get back, but the time you can't. And it's I feel like now that I'm getting older, because we still young, I say older. There's
Word.
there's like you can't get that time back, bro. I look at life, like a book. Every day is a page ripped out, not even just turned over, because you can't go back. It's ripped out your book, so your book get thinner and thinner. But anyway, that's a topic, for
Yeah, that's
another episode.
another.
That's
That's
that's a
for
deep
another
discussion. We, we,
episode. That's
we
for
will
another
get to that.
episode.
We will get to that. Hopefully they enjoy this one and they look forward to that one. But
Yeah.
definitely, like, listen, I've seen some things, like some videos on YouTube and memes that they put where they're like, people are complaining about not having shoes, but then you have a person that doesn't have a foot or a leg.
Mm.
You
Oh,
other
that's
people.
deep. That's deep. That's deep. That's another topic to talk about later on in the future. That's deep right now. That's
Yeah,
real deep.
yeah, but just in case someone is going through that right now, where they're like, you know what, I don't have shoes. I don't have the shoes that are cool, that everybody likes and everything. There's not somebody out there that don't have a foot, don't have a leg. Oh, I gotta walk so far. There's other people in a wheelchair. There's always people that will want your problems because theirs is much severe. So
Yep.
it's never to compare yourself, but it's always to know, like, hey, I'm alive. Hopefully everyone is healthy as well. I have all my five senses. I have all of my body parts. I can and will get through this. Regardless if it's a new day, if it's a new year, there's hope. Time and everything will come. There's lessons that we have to learn. Unfortunately, we have to go through a lot that we don't understand. Like, we ask some questions a lot of times, like, why me, why this, and we'll probably never figure that out. But what we can do is try and calm ourselves down by knowing that people have been where we've been, people have experienced it, and they're calm now and they're doing much better. Tough times, don't last. Just keep going. Don't feel pressure because it's a new year. Like, oh, I'm going to this new year with the same problems. I wish I could have just came in with a new slate. And it's all right. It's all right. It's all part of the game plan. It's all part of your life journey. There's a person tonight that's gonna sleep in the hospital. We're sleeping in our bed. There's
They can't go
there's
home. They
Yeah.
can't go home.
There's a person tonight that ain't gonna wake up tomorrow.
Yep. Word. That's true. That's crazy.
So
That's
no
crazy.
matter what we're going through, it's always somebody that's going through worse. Yeah, other people are better, yeah, but there's also people going through worse. And the people who are have it better right now, who is to know if they haven't gone through their dark times themselves, and now they see the sunlight, which they deserve to, or they may have not gone through it yet. So don't be so hard, and like, don't become spiteful towards no one or anything, because you know what, we gotta wish well for everyone. You're happy, I'm happy that you're happy. I don't need to know you, but I'm happy that you're happy. Everything is going good for you. Congratulations. You know, your sacrifices, your struggles, none of that goes unnoticed. Everyone appreciates it, but not everyone knows how to express gratitude. Don't be so hard and be like, no one appreciates what I do. Yes, yes, it's appreciated, but a lot of people don't know how to express gratitude. And I've learned how to express gratitude. Before, I didn't know, but it's by going through my fair shares of life experiences where I'm like, tomorrow's never promised. So must let I must tell this person how I feel today about them, not tomorrow, not later, but right now. And I appreciate you. Just like when we have
That's true. That
yeah, because when
that
we have
goes a
our
long way.
conversations,
That goes a long way. Just
yeah,
telling somebody you appreciate them, telling somebody, you love them. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know.
yeah,
You
just
never
like
know. Tomorrow's not promised, so we never know. You know.
that's right. But just like when we have our talks, right? And it's like, you know what, keep going, bro. Like, I'm here for you, although I may not be able to assist you in a certain situation and vice versa. But just by having the support, it's like, man, this person believes in me. Man, this
Yeah,
person showing me
support
support.
system is big. That's big.
Just that there can fuel you to keep going, to keep going for better. It's
Mhm.
like, they believe in me. That's all it takes a lot of times. Just somebody to tell you,
Yep.
like, man, listen, I'm proud of you. Listen, don't worry, times will get better. And for the people who don't have that, this is why we are started this show, so we can let you know that you're appreciated, that the tough times are not gonna last. You understand? And we're gonna talk about a lot of deep topics that we needed help with, and we never received it when we were going through it. So we don't want other people to go through the same. So that's why we're here, spreading awareness, and hopefully, many of you can benefit off of this.
Exactly. That way, everyone know they're not alone. Everyone know they have an outlet where they could, watch what me and you doing, and they be like, oh wow, they really talking about the stuff we going through in our life, but we never hear no one talking about it on that type of platform. So that's what me and my boy D is really trying to do, like to get that message out there to let people know that you're not alone. You're not. We all go through our struggles and we all go through our ups and downs. But it doesn't mean you can't change your situation and better yourself and put yourself in a better place than you was prior.
That's right. And touching, and this all has to do with then going to a new year. I know it sounds very complex, but once again, whatever you went through, whatever you're going through, and whatever you will go through, stay positive. Don't feel like that you need to have a solution now before the new year comes. No, like the new year is gonna come. Tomorrow's gonna come. It's okay. Do it at your pace. Be comfortable. Slow progress is better than no progress. One step at a time. You don't gotta jog. You don't gotta run. But eventually you'll get to the point where you're jogging. Eventually you're gonna get to a point where now you're running. But don't be hard on yourself. Just don't give yourself a deadline. Like I said, when you set yourself a short-term goal, it's not with a deadline. It's just something that you want to focus on sooner than later. But it doesn't mean like you're a failure for not completing it sooner than later, right? As long as it gets completed. It's a new year. It's
That's
all
true.
it's a new year. It's all right. I didn't get to resolve everything that I need to resolve this year, and it's coming with me to the next year. But it's all right. I'm I'm positive about it, and I know a resolution will come within time, as long as I help myself. I can't just always be hard and be like, why, please. No, I'm gonna act on it. What needs to be done? I'm gonna do my research, do this, do that. All
Yeah.
right, it don't matter what it is, financial, if it's health, whatever it is. Listen, just be strong and keep pushing and do your due diligence and everything. Times will get better as long as we put in the work. If we stay
Yeah,
home,
that's key. That's key. Putting in the work. That's key. A lot of people could say they're gonna do something and don't do it, but if you applying yourself and you doing what you got to do on your end, the results is gonna show for itself. It's gonna speak volumes, like on a higher level.
whether you're heartbroken, whether you're happy, just be grateful for it all. If you found whatever, a person, significant other, or something that makes you happy, whether it's a new job, car, apartment, whatever it is, be grateful for it. If you recently went through something, be whether you lost a family member, whether you're going through a financial situation, whether you're going through a heartbreak, just be grateful for the good times you have with that person. Be grateful you got to meet that person. Be grateful for how much time that person was blessed to be in your life. If you're going through a situation where you you're going through a heartbreak or whatever, be grateful that you learned. Hopefully, you learned your lesson from that, and you won't make that lesson, and you won't make that same mistake again. You'll court the next person better, right? Hopefully. Just saying,
Yep.
listen, it's
True.
it's not it's not a rule that applies to everything and everyone. But if you just start looking, I believe that if you start looking at things that way, things will get much more easier on yourself, because things are hard already as it is, and by you being harder on yourself, and you by you being hard on yourself, you're making the situation 10 times harder. We are our biggest critic. We are our biggest, enemy at times because of this. So we make the situation much larger than what it is by overthinking it. It's like, oh my God, we're going through this. In reality, it's like it's not. It ain't that deep.
Yeah.
If it has a solution, it ain't that deep. You understand? So that's just how I like to view things, because you have to keep yourself sane. Ain't no one gonna be. Ain't no one is good for you as good as you are for yourself. Ain't no one coming to help you. Ain't no one coming to rescue you. It's you. And there's people
You gotta
that
rescue. You gotta rescue yourself
you gotta rescue yourself.
before you
That's
can
right.
help anybody else out.
That's right. You gotta love
Yep.
yourself before you can love anyone else.
Yep.
You gotta rescue yourself. You gotta do everything for yourself. Get to know yourself. You're an amazing person. Believe me. Like, some people think that they may not be too cool or anything like that. You're the coolest person. Get to know yourself. Take time and learn to know yourself. You're stronger than what you think. You have the patience within you. You have all the tools that you need. You don't need the reassurance from no one. You don't need anyone's validation.
All
Just
you gotta do is look in the mirror, and that's the person you gotta get validation from yourself.
that's right. You gotta post, right? You woke up today. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. It's gonna be a new year, and that's fine. You celebrate it. Celebrate all the great times for 2024, regardless of whatever it is that you were going through.